like I know I can do it if I'm in my best shape and the planets align and everything and a bit of luck, of course. Then you could dream of a medal. So basically, it's could be the best, like the biggest tournament you could play, the most important of the year. Not only for me, but I think for everyone around the team, the federation, the country, and just world medal. That's just sounds crazy.
All right, guys, welcome back to ShuttleSquad episode 65 World Championship Preview Part 2. We started last week with Kirsty, and we hoped for both boys to be here with us today. One of them is Christo. Hi, thanks for joining us for this little preview.
Hey guys, I'm very happy to be back actually, and we will try to get the four of us very soon enough.
Yeah, I think just a super busy period for all of us. I mean, you are prepping for one of the biggest tournaments of the year, maybe the biggest tournaments of the year. I also have a pretty busy working period at the moment, so it was tough to find a schedule or to find a time once again where we all can make it. So we had to split the preview in two parts, and sadly Marvin still couldn't really make it because there's also a lot going on, I guess, with everything that has to be done before things kick off. And I'm really happy that you made time and that we can talk.
It's actually easier to get an episode during a tournament than before the tournament, because before the tournament you have so many things to prepare and you're super busy with while you're like far away from home. You have to do the things that you cannot be there in the next few days and weeks. So yeah, you have a lot of things going on right now at home. So we are all super busy, as you said.
Yeah, a lot to organize, I can imagine, before you head off to India. And you also obviously, I mean, you're mentioning all the other things that go on in everybody's life, but obviously you also had a pretty intense, I mean, from the outside, you can tell us more now, but it looked like a pretty intense, time-consuming training block that you just got done, right?
Yeah, actually, so let's start from when I came back from China Open. We had 2 great weeks, and then coming back into Fos-sur-Mer in France, we had few days like off. Actually, I think I took maybe the whole weekend and Monday and Tuesday kind of. And from Wednesday to the weekend, we kind of got, I'd say, an easy, like back into shape physically, because I think we've done a lot of like long matches and the body was really tired. So it was more into getting back into a good form and good shape. And then last week was crazy, man. We had, I was about to say 6, but maybe sometimes 7 hours training. And with like lots of intensity, and we had a really good camp with a lot of players coming into our club, our home, as the guys from Poland, guys from Italy, from Paris, Boulogne. So it was really nice, and we actually had some really nice training block, as you said, and we've trained a lot. I had my Sunday off, actually. We had a Sunday off, so that was pretty cool. And now we are back into work again. Tonight it's matches for us again. Practice. And we leave tomorrow. I leave tomorrow with my brother and my father to Paris. We have a meeting with the French Federation and the whole French team going to India. We have a media day with all the media in France that want to talk to anybody who's playing the World Championship. And then we leave to India on Friday morning. So yeah, that's our schedule.
Pretty tight one. And also, I mean, when you said that when we were on the group chat and we're discussing when we can figure out to record, and you were like, guys, sorry, it's just super busy at the moment. We're training 6 hours a day. And that was when I was in Scotland with Kirsty, and we were like, bro, 6 hours a day, that's so much. And we were like,
Yeah.
how do you, like, what do you do? How high is the intensity? Because you cannot go 100% for 6 hours a day and keep that for a week, can you?
Well, we try to. It's more like when I say six
Bro.
hours, two of them is physical training.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, weight training. 2 hours with our coach Antoine. It's from 8 to 10. Then we leave immediately to the badminton hall from 11 to 1. We have training. Sometimes 11 to 1:32. Depends of how it's going. And then we go to lunch, and most of the time, as it is a training camp, then we all go together to some restaurant, which is open, by the way, because at almost 2 p.m., it's very hard to find a restaurant actually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so probably home around 3:30, and then we start back again from 6 to 8:30 training. Um, Most of it in the morning is more two against one intensity, good intensity, or multi-shot or like multi-fit. And then in the evening it was more sets, matches, games to have some time of playing. And we kept that for about a week.
And then you reduce the intensity or the volume a little bit, or do you just keep going like that until you leave?
Actually, as we leave a bit before to Paris, we keep it today again. We had weight training from 8 to 10. We had training from 11 to 1. And now I have training from 5:30 actually, a bit earlier today, to yeah around 7:30, and we go eat to a friend's place tonight.
I mean, like I thought that you were maybe tapering a little bit more to be 100% fresh when you get to India, but you also still have a few days in India to prepare, right? So it's not like
Yes,
you go there and next day you play. But when you say you go on Friday, and do you know when your first match is?
Monday
Yeah.
actually. I think it's one
Okay.
more round than usual super tournament. So yeah, probably Monday.
Yeah. But that's not a lot of time to that you're reducing, especially also with the traveling that is going on.
Yeah, but
Um,
that's also what I mean when we reduce. It's like we had to travel to Paris on tomorrow afternoon, so we are only train in the morning. We have physical tomorrow morning and badminton, so it's only two. So it's already like kind of bit reducing, as if I
hmm.
can say.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then we have the whole Thursday with Meta Day and meetings, so that's almost completely off. Then Friday, it's the whole day we're traveling. I think we have a meeting like 7:30 to leave for the airport, and we arrive 11 p.m. in India. So it's a whole day of
Yeah, yeah,
resting,
yeah.
but it's also traveling. Then
Yeah.
Saturday you go kind of, so-so on court, and Friday you go maybe a bit more full power, and then like on Sunday you go a bit more full power, and then Monday you start. So
Yeah. Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah, it's super interesting because there are so many different approaches on how you prepare for a tournament like that. Um, how before we go into the draws and everything and the different disciplines, like how important is this tournament for you now? Because we had, for example, when we had Tom Jikel here recently, he was like, okay, this for me is the highlight of the year. He didn't play Thomas Cup for that. That was surprising for many, I guess, because he said, "Yeah, I want to be 100% committed to this individual World Championships and want to go all in there." Um, how do you see this? Is this just like a Super 1000 for you? Is it something bigger? Is it the biggest focus? How do you rank it in a year that is fully packed anyway? You know?
well, I think it's different this year than it was before, because lots of players are just coming with, not so many goals to achieve a medal, but most of all just participate and do whatever they can. I think I was kind of those players into maybe last year when I know I can, challenge the big players. But now having the results I have, being European champion, World Tour Finals, Japan Open and stuff, like I know I can do it if I'm in my best shape and the planets align and everything and a bit of luck, of course. Then you could dream of a medal. So basically, it's yeah, could be the best, like the biggest tournament you could play, the most important of the year. not only for me, but I think for everyone around the team, the federation, the country, and just, world medal, that just sounds crazy. And yeah, I mean, being like earlier this year European champion means also I can get into going into like really good mentally focus, and lately playing also great in Japan uh, means that I just have to kind of keep it up and try to be even better. Everyone's gonna play 100%, but we train well, I think, and at least for my part, I hope I'll be ready.
When you say it like that, it sounds so easy.
Oh,
I just have to keep it up and do be be a little better than just winning the Japan Open and then yeah. I mean that it's crazy that you are up there now, and it's I mean we also had the chance in this podcast, like for me, absolute privilege to have you here still, and that you still commit to this project since day one, and also for everybody that's listening, super interesting to follow your journey from. I mean, you were already like I think top 25 or top 30 at least when we
yeah, I
started.
was 30 years, something, yeah.
Yeah. Um, but obviously everybody know like okay, really talented guy. Let's see what will happen. But that everything clicked so good and also so quickly in the last 2 years, and that you just keep having that grind all the way up until today is crazy. And I can also imagine that obviously not only your own ambition and your own goals shift, but also what people expect from you. As you say, like the last few tournaments or the last few years, um, it was like, okay, yeah, on a good day he can maybe, do a surprise, beat one of the best guys, and now people consider you as one of those guys to be maybe in the
To
favorites
bit,
to win
yeah.
a medal, to win the gold. Um, is that something that you think about a lot, or is that something that you just take and be like, yeah, let's see, let's take the challenge?
I think there's some good and bad about that. But I think, like, especially this year, when I go to tournaments, I know people are a bit different to me during the match, like they're more relaxed. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, you kind of not, you do not allow yourself to be in a bad shape, I would say. As you say, people expect you to deliver. So even though I think I had few matches during the year where I was really feeling terrible on court, like feeling wise or just level wise, and then I somehow managed to, really dig deep into like make the good rally, really focus on and really like focus yourself and turn over the matches into a win. Um, and actually, I don't know if I would win those matches 2 years before, where you just feel terrible and you just kind of accept your fates during the tournament. Now you kind of, well, if I don't do quarterfinal, semifinal, even quarterfinal at this ranking, you just lose points. So it's very difficult, and you have to always deliver and always deliver. And that's okay to lose first or second round sometimes because you're just human. You cannot like you're not a machine. Which happened to me, by the way, lots of time this year, actually. I think I lost first round in Malaysia and Indonesia, second round in Singapore, second round in China. And that's like, it's okay, because you cannot deliver every time, but every player of the top 5, 10 have their picks few times in the year where they just go, pooh, it's a final or a win. But at the same time, it's kind of the same. And then you have those. I had my maybe big up at German Open. All England was also fine, but Lee Chun-Yi was really good at the quarterfinal. Then I think European Championship with Thomas Cup because it was very close. I had one of my picks of the year. Then Japan Open, and now I hope for World Championship. And then we have a really good European leg with Denmark and France that I would like to play also good. And if everything is well, then the World Tour finals. So yeah, on which right, I think most of us are trying to focus on win one tournament over here, maybe win one over there, do final over here, and then that's how you know that you can be at the best, but you cannot always be at the best, and that's difficult. The difficult part of being good at the World Championship is to really deliver on this one. It's not like when you play Japan and China, for example. Well, if you lose first round or second round in Japan, then you're like, it's okay. like I will just train, that happens, and I will train better next week. You don't have a next opportunity, it's just the other year, so you have to really deliver and perform. And that's why when I say when you are like in form, good preparation mentally, physically, and also tactically, it depends because we have to draw a bit earlier, and then you also need some luck, I would say, to really like have a good momentum during the matches and tournaments.
Yeah, 100%. As you said before, like to win a tournament like that or another Super 1000 with all the best players around, many things have to click and many things have to just work out to perform throughout a full week against all those guys. When you think back to, I don't know, maybe the World Tour Finals final match or the European Championships final, because I just edited a video of Marvin recently where he was in the morning of the match where they could win their medal at the Europeans in mixed, like the quarterfinal against Vestergaard Bush, where Marvin and Tuk were not really the favorites, but they had a chance, you know. And then in the morning he had physio and I was filming, and then he said, you know, when I was younger, I used to be like really think about how would this be to win a medal the evening before or in the morning of a match, and be like picturing how big it would be and how nice it would be and thinking about it, and maybe couldn't sleep really well because there were like lots of thoughts. And he said like now I feel like it would be really nice, but it's not like it makes him not super tense anymore, and he's just like a little, you know, a little calmed down and a little more okay, if it works it's amazing, but I've prepared everything perfectly, and if it doesn't work the world doesn't stop, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What like when you remember those moments that you already had, and when we maybe think about some more moments that will come for you, like how do you experience those emotions before those big matches?
I think I was kind of the same before, where you just imagine, and I think that kind of also stress yourself, as you say, for the night, also during the day and during the match, actually, I think, uh, because it's very complex mentally in the brain, I would say. But I think right now, when we have a very important match, depends when it's also team or individual, I would say. When it's a team match, I just burn inside. I want to play and I just love it. When it's individual, I'm trying to, now I know that the more I stress, like the more I just care about the match, I'm happy because then I know that I'll be focused. Because if I take it too easy, like for example, yeah, it's okay if I lose, or uh, sometimes I know that I just wish I'm already after the match in the evening, and then sometimes, but yeah, I know that the more it's important, and then the more I will just take care of my match and my body before, and then the more I can be focused. It doesn't mean that I will win or have more chances to win, but I know that I'll be more into like fight mode and really focus. So sometimes I know that if before a match I'm like I'm kind of stressed or I'm thinking too much about it, then actually before I'll be like shit, that's not good. But today I'm like that's good. That means that my body is already like preparing for it, you know?
So it means that it means something to you and that you will
Yeah,
go all in
that's good.
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I think that today it's a good thing for me.
Mhm. And that's also crazy that you had this progress so fast in really not many years. I mean, you played badminton for many years already, but compared to the other guys, you
Yes.
know, that they already have like I don't know, like 5, 8, 10 years more experience. Yeah, super interesting. Could ask you like 20 more minutes about this, but we have to get to the point a little bit.
Yes.
Let's talk about the draw.
Yes.
Um, so let's start with the discipline that you spend most of your training in, men's doubles. Kidding, kidding.
Yes.
No, no. No. Let's start with men's singles, obviously. And what are your like? What were your thoughts when you saw it? What are you expecting? I mean, obviously you're in a pretty comfortable position with the seating. But what did you think when you saw it?
Well, I wish I was maybe more comfortable with my seeding because even though I'm number 5th, I think I have a really hard draw actually, uh, which is also like I would say it's sometimes better, sometimes no. It depends on the players. I just accept it actually, and maybe for one day I was like shit, but
Mm-hmm.
then at the end of the day, maybe it's also nice to start at 100%. I have Kenta Nishimoto first round.
That's
And
actually, yeah,
yeah,
true.
basically, I would say that's it for the moment because that's already a big match.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that if I'm going through, then it's probably NJ Kalong Angus from Hong Kong.
Yeah.
If everything is also going well for him, and then if again, if
Yeah,
then
yeah,
it's
yeah.
also sad that maybe the two Frenchmen, Alex and me, are playing the last 16 against each other. Because I think Alex or me in another position could also maybe gone through or something. At least I know like we have both the level to go through. So yeah, I would say I'm just playing my tournament with first round right now. I'm very focused because it's a really tough one. Kenta Nishimoto can play really good, really really good. So yeah, basically it's one match by match, and that's how I'll try to do.
Yeah. I mean, everybody who plays badminton or has ever played badminton knows that you look at a draw like this as a player and obviously you start with your first round and you try to stay focused with that, but obviously you always look like what would happen if,
Of course, yeah.
that's how you calculate the draw and be like, okay, and then second round and like fifth round, and then me personally, I lost so many first rounds when I already thought
Yeah.
about this could be the semifinal, and yeah, back in the days. But yeah, I mean, as you say, having you are number 5 seed, Alex is number 9, and you could already meet round of 16. That's actually crazy. I mean, but on the other hand, if I look at all those other names that have those little numbers behind their names in the draw, all really, it's so
It's tough. Yeah.
it's so tough and so even in men's singles. It's crazy. So I
Yeah.
couldn't even like
So
if we talk about try to talk with Kirsty about like favorites and maybe like dark horses or players to watch that you wouldn't expect in the medal but could be there this year. Who do you have as the favorites list? Because I mean, it could be
in men's
10
singles,
players. Yeah.
yeah, basically everyone actually. Maybe few of them that I don't think they will go through, but many players can deliver. And at some point, it's also very like difficult to say because sometimes someone cannot maybe be world champion because of how they play in the tournament. Like few matches, they cannot deliver so much so good.
Like many in a row.
Yeah, many in a row.
Hmm.
But at some point, they can beat someone first or second round that can do that. So you never know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of, as you said, it's so close to the level and so many rounds, first rounds actually, and second rounds very tough that actually you don't know who's going to be in the last 16. You have
Yeah.
no idea. I think many players who are seeded are going to lose before, or at least it's going to be close.
It's gonna be so interesting this year. Um,
Actually,
I
when you're
mean,
not seeded, sometimes you have a better draw because first and second round, sometimes you don't have a seeded player.
yeah, yeah. There are some really interesting combinations actually. But I mean, also, I think your first round obviously is really tough.
Also,
Um,
Shiuchi has a very tough run against Ayushi.
Xiu has a tough first round.
I think you have like was it Rokenu against Brian Young or something? I
Yes, exactly.
think. Yeah,
Yes,
so
look at
that's
you,
also
Brian
I
Young.
think the first round. You have Ken Kodai Naroka against Chiu Jen. That could be
Hmm.
very close. You have Wang against Yushi Tanaka. That's also a tough first round. Like I would say, many of the first rounds are a Super 1000 tournament, and it's only the first pre-round of the World Championship.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is. This is going to be a really interesting week. Um, let's
And
talk
that's good
about.
for the sports.
Yeah,
So many
amazing,
good players
amazing.
now. Like
Yeah.
15 years ago, it was meant to say, how to say, Lindan or Lee Chong-gu at the top, Lindan or Lee
Yeah.
Chong-gu at the bottom, and then and then
Yeah.
just they would just play,
Yeah,
or you have
yeah,
some
yeah.
of the Chinese, or
Yeah, it's
So
true.
today you have no idea, and that's good.
Yeah, and then I mean we also had this Kento Momota era
Yes,
for a few years. Then we had Victor, obviously, and now it feels so. I mean, even if she is now world number one for quite a while and also reigning world champion, um, it doesn't feel this one-sided, or like you don't have this big favorite, because I mean you've also already like also beaten him a few times and proven that you were also so close a few more times. So yeah, really interesting. Um, but when we look at the double straw, that's probably the toughest straw you could get, right?
yes.
I mean,
But that's also fine because I think, how to say, yeah, probably if I had to lose to against someone, it will be maybe against world number one. And I know
mhm,
we have a very tough first one as well.
yeah,
That's going to be complicated, but I think we have the level to challenge them and to win. So I think it's good to have one big match. If we win, better for us. If we lose, then we'll just focus on men singles, I would
yeah,
say.
yeah. That's what I wanted to ask, if you talked about that with your brother and be like, yeah, it sucks to have this draw, but then in the end, we both also want to
Yeah,
go deep in
could
singles,
be a
right?
bad thing for Benefic.
Yeah. I mean, for your endurance and I mean, you can play so many matches, but I mean, every percent counts in a tournament
Yes.
like this. So basically, just take it as it is. You don't have
Yeah.
another choice anyway. So
And if we go through, then it's gonna be a big upset, so that's good.
yeah, that would be again really big, because I mean, on paper, they Kim and Seo
Are
are the team
tremendously
to
good.
beat. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's a
are the team
mountain.
to beat. Yeah. So
It's actually one of the best pair ever in badminton men's double, being so consistent.
yeah, it's really impressive. They also had a few losses recently.
Yes, against Alfian and Fikri.
Yeah, true.
Mm-mm.
Once or twice. I don't
Was
know.
it two finals in a row? Was it?
I also think that it was like, yeah,
For sure in Japan Open it was the final. Then China, I don't remember.
yeah. So if you really want to have detailed analysis of all the players, then go to Ben Beckman's World Championships previews and don't listen
Yes.
to our podcast. This is just more.
No.
This is just us chatting.
Yes.
So, but
Just a live.
yeah. And then, I mean, because we haven't talked about it yet, and Marvin is not here. Have you looked at mixed doubles at all?
I haven't looked in mixed doubles. I haven't looked in women's singles, and I haven't looked in women's doubles. Sorry.
Yeah. We've talked about women's doubles and women's singles last week with Kirsty. But I mean, also mixed doubles is all. I think it's also so tough to predict. Um, Also, so many pairs that, I mean, obviously you have the Chinese pairs at number one and number two. Um, but yeah, I mean, we have Christiansen Börje, the Danes that had like really big results recently. I'm also really curious how Tom and Delphine can perform in this one. And
Sometimes the
yeah.
toughest is the first one to get, and they already got a medal last year, so they could be more relaxed
Hmm.
this year and perform. I don't know. They never had any medals, Christiansen and Boyo yet.
At the Worlds, no.
No, yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's easier when you have done it once already. Less stressed.
It is, but it is also crazy that they are now number three in the world. Is absolutely ridiculous.
They had a
They
really good year.
yeah.
Really good.
I mean, they come back after a year of not playing together, and Christian being fully suspended. Then I mean, we had him as a guest after the Thomas Cup, where they were at number 7, I think, and then after that they had their period where they win like 3 out of 4 tournaments.
Yeah, the Asia trip was
Yeah.
wow, wow.
So, and I think that is kind of something that everybody still has in his head. So, I think that if we talk about favorites, I again would go with the two Chinese pairs that are seeded number 1 and number 2. But if we talk about dark horse or players to watch, I mean that's not a dark horse, the number 3 seed, so that wouldn't be a surprise. But
No,
still,
yeah.
somehow it still would be a surprise if a European pair would really go through and win a gold. So yeah, I mean I know I'm always a little bit biased, obviously.
But it's tough because as you said, it's world number 3, and if it was some Asians mixed double, then it wouldn't be a surprise. But because it's an European pair, then it will be a surprise, and that's tough
Yeah.
because mentally we are just blocking ourselves.
You think, yeah?
Yeah, because well, basically it will be the same for everyone in every discipline today.
Yeah. But do you think this is something that many European players have in their heads, or do you have it in your head that it would be even bigger, just because you're not one of the top countries historically?
I don't know. Tough to answer.
Yeah.
But basically, I think it's the same with Victor. He was so good. But today, if you get Anders gold medal, then actually it will be a bit surprising.
Yeah.
Because he never got one, so it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when
But his world number 4 actually was world number 2 and 3 for so many years. So
Yeah.
normally it wouldn't be a surprise.
Yeah, it's true, but still to really do this last step is such a big thing.
Yeah. Yes.
And I remember when I remember that the match when Victor X won his first gold medal in 2017. I wasn't really following badminton that closely back in that days. Like I watched a little bit here and there, but I remember following that World Championships, like checking the results and stuff. I was doing a semester abroad in Florida at that time. And for those last 2 matches, for his semifinal and final, I got up at night and watched them with.
Yeah. It was in Glasgow. Glasgow? I think it was in Scotland. He beat Shenlong in semi-final and Linda in the final.
Yeah, true. It was Glasgow, and the 2 years after it was Basel in Switzerland. Yeah. So I remember that I got up and watched those 2 matches because I was like, okay, wow, this can be so big because a European can actually win it, And
Yes.
obviously now he has proven it. So, and also Carolina Marin has proven it.
Yes.
But yeah, still would be a really big thing, and that's also why these World Championships are so special for everyone, I think.
Yep.
Nice. Good. I mean, you gotta leave in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Anything-
maybe less.
And maybe less. Anything that you still have on your mind, or anything that you will that you expect from this trip, or what is your mindset going into it, and how is your fitness level at this point? Where do you see yourself right now?
I think I'm gonna grow in condition in a few days. For me, basically, we had good tournaments before, we had good training, we had mentally, I think I'm pretty fine. And then, as I said, just need now to kind of align all those things and to also play good in a hole that actually I have kind of no idea how it's going to be, because it was kind of okay in January, but it was cold. It's going to be now so hot. I don't know if they're going to have air conditioner. In January, they say they're not going to have. They're probably going to fix it. You cannot play at 35 degrees or 30 degrees. So I don't know how the conditions are going to be. Maybe it's going to be a big factor of adaptation. Maybe it's not going to be. So yeah, I'm just kind of trying to be prepared for anything. And I know that's also very important. Yeah.
That was a really good last media day preparation question, because you're going to hear that same question like a few
Maybe,
times
yeah,
more with
true.
the media. Christo, thanks for your time. I wish you all the
Thanks,
best. Good luck. Go out there, win as many matches as possible, but also stay safe and stay healthy. And enjoy the time. And thanks for joining us. And I hope to hear you very soon. And then we'll have many new things to discuss.
Yes,
Thanks, guys,
many
for
thanks.
listening. Watch all the matches of the squad. And thanks for tuning in. Till next time.
Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.